before we jump into the settings of the rig and suspension and all of those functions, we would need to prepare the function for brake lights, and I think also we will include blinkers for that one, because we really need to prepare the car for complete animation process. So let's start with the braking lights, because that would be the easiest part to do. First, we need to get into the blueprint and also open the body mesh. So we need the material parameter, the material ID. As you remember, I mentioned before that here we have the, I think not the lights, the red, this one. It's the brake light, basically. It is covered under the red glass, but we need to make this emissive. So, but this emissiveness should only be enabled by your desire. And we need to create the parameters, we need to create the function and make it work. First of all, we need to create the function, which is brake light. Let's name it brake light. And here it is like really simple approach to do that. So we pick the body, and now we need to find the material number, which is element number 25. Here we go and check set material. Here we need to create a branch, basically condition on which this material will be applied. By default, when it is false, we will have mi chrome material. So mi material chrome 02. That is when the brake is turned off. When the brake is turned on, we will use the material lamp red. And again, the target should be our body. Unfortunately, there is no way to use the same material slot. Well, you can, but you need to redo that in Blender or in Unreal for each car which you are using. But unfortunately for this one, you would need always, check the material number or material name, and material name also can be different each time, but yeah, it's the easiest way currently. So element number 25, element index 25, and we need to create the boolean which will be a variable for turning the brakes on and off. So let's go to car setup and create the new variable and name it brake. Put it in car setup, put it here, get brake, because we need to get this condition, and put it into the condition of the branch. In the brake, check the boxes exposed to cinematics and instance is editable. So we will be able, with the exposed to cinematics, we will be able to control this parameter in the sequencer during our animation stage. Editable instance makes it work just like in the editor, so you can switch on and switch off this parameter. So the default value, we first compile, and the default value is off. But this is not all. We have created the logics for enabling the brake light. Now we need to add it to construction script. So if you go to this construction script, there is like a bunch of things which are happening all the time. And we just need to set it up here, look for our function brake light, and connect it to the whole blueprint. So hit compile, save. And also don't forget to add this brake light function into event graph, because the construction script only shows you what is happening inside the editor. And we need that also to work in the sequencer with the cinematics. So go to event graph and add the break light here too. Connect it, compile and save. And let's have a look. So let's go back there. And it was in the car setup, in the very first one. Here is our variable break. And if we turn it on or off, we are able to show that the car is braking, right? But I saw the pictures of Porsche braking, and this part is also should be glowing, but it isn't. So we need to reassign the materials. Don't worry, we don't need to jump into Blender yet, or probably never. We can redo that right in the Unreal Engine. So how we do that? Drop the body into the scene. The thing is, like, with this modeling mode, which we have enabled with our tools, we can change also the materials in and reassign them. So we need to find out what is the material. There is some issue that it's covered by the glass, but it is not a problem. It's some part of chrome material, so we will be okay. Right now, let's go into attributes and look for edit materials. Let Unreal load the model because it will draw right now the wireframe. We don't need the wireframe. It's just like I find it really, really, thick and just distracts you. So disable the visible and it will disappear. So in order to get inside, we won't be able to do that because, like, see, it's just like selecting the glass. But the thing is that you can't, pick what's inside, right? So that's the problem of the Unreal, because in Blender, for example, you can easily go inside and pick whatever you want, but here it just doesn't work this way. I think the material is chrome, so I can go into brush type selection by material all and basically click on this one, and it will select everything which is covered with current material slot. It doesn't matter that it is material, because we can have the same material like chrome here on the front or somewhere else, but it will select the current material slot. What we're going to do now, we will deselect the part which we don't need. So this is I believe this is the turn signal, and we will assign this separate material for that one. But first, let's try to disconnect this one. Let's select the brush type selection mode to material connected. And by holding shift, click here. Okay, so you can see that those parts are not connected, and it will take you a lot of time, to get rid of that. There is an easier way to deselect some parts like that. Let's select volumetric brush and change the brush size to very, very small. So it will also select what is inside and behind. So let's make it really, really small. And by holding shift, just paint over this part which you don't want to be changed with the material. Just as easy as that. And you have it clean. And we have selected what we want here. Now let's switch to other side, because it's the same here, and we need to clean it up by holding shift. Just draw that material and deselect it. Now we need to assign the same material which we have here, right? So it will also be affected by our switch which we have created just a few minutes ago. To do that, you need to go to the material array, look for material. That was material number 25. I remember that correctly. And now you need to select active material. So you go and pick the material number 25, right? And after that, to this selection, let's see in the wireframe that we don't have anything else selected. No, everything is fine here. All good. Aha, there is something. See, there is a small dot. Yep, it's all good. We don't have anything else selected here. All looks pretty fine. Oh yeah, there is a small spot. Yes, which I missed. All is fine right now. We have proper selection. We have active material selected as number 25, which we want. And now we click Assign Active Material. Done, and hit Accept. Wait for Unreal to prepare the model. And after that, our function will be working with these parts too. Let's go and check it out. So if I select the blueprint rig again and click on the brake, see? Now it's working properly, how it should be. So this is the brake part and this one is day running light. So it is working as intended. Now let's check out what we can do with this side. Here, do we have here the turn signals on the left? No. So now let's work with the day running lights. The process is pretty much the same. So if you go to the rig, you can create new function, which is day running lights. Okay, DRL. You can go to the brake light, just copy this thing, go back to DRL, connect it. Okay, now we need to check out which are... Okay, this is rear lights. That's number 23. And the front lights, something like lights or something like that. Or maybe this one we can also use. Okay. Not sure, probably this one I will be using also for turn signals. Let's go with this one, with these four, which are light glass. Here it is. It's number 14 and number 23. So here we just type 23, 23. In the true, we've got to use lamp white. Copy that, paste it here. And with rear lights, that should be lamp red. Again, connect body. Let's check it out. That's 23. This one is 14. This one is 14. Now we need to create another. We can duplicate the brake and name it daylights. And that DRL is connected with the daylights condition. Compile and save. Let's go to our construction script again and connect the DRL here connected. And also again, as I said, do not forget to add it to event graph, because this one only will show you the changes in the editor, but we also need to make it work during the renders. So go to event graph and again connect the DRL here, hit compile and save. So right now we can turn on and turn off the daylights, which is really cool for cinematics. You can do that for starting some sort of starting sequences where the car is not yet present in the frame, or you want, to implement it or show that. So you can just turn the daylights, like boom, and they work. Okay, see, I missed there a little bit of the glass. I need to select this and see this model, and that should be tinted red. Yep, tint red. Yeah, because when the light is turned off, it should be also red. And this is it. Yes, looking beautiful. Perfect. Here it works, and here it works too. Okay, now we shall try creating the blinkers. So we will have also to do the same approach for the blinkers. I think let's go with a rare side, and probably we would need to use this one for the blinker. And I guess this one too maybe is, oh no, this one should be acting as the blinker. So we will be assigning material to blinker left and blinker right. So let's go again to modeling and try to pick the materials. So what we can do right now is go to mesh and tree select. After that, select all this glass which is on our way by material all. Just click on that. That would be much easier. We should click separate. And we'll have the separate body mesh right now for the glass which we disconnected. If you pick this one, we can move it somewhere like higher and hit accept. So we will have our separate glass, separate body, and it would be much easier for us to select the triangles or polygons for material assignment, which we will be using for the blinkers. Now, again, select the body, go to attributes, select edit materials. And after edit materials, enter in this mode, just select by material, connected, select this one. I think this one should be only this tube will be lighting, so I think this one is fine. Now this one, if we select by material all, that will select a lot of stuff here and there which we don't need, which is inside also some stuff which we don't need. So this one is better to be selected by volumetric brush. So let's use the volumetric brush, paint it over, and then just select material by all, and holding shift deselect the ones which you don't want to be affected. So this one is done. Let's see if we can also by material connected disconnect this one. Okay, so that works fine. This one is good. Nothing else is connected. Let's go back to this one. Material all, select this, and by material volumetric brush, and clean up this one. Okay, so this is gonna be our left blinker material, which will be assigned and which will be using the same function which we had. Because it will be different material, the new one which we will create, we also need to assign a new material slot. So here in the materials, click on plus, scroll down, and let's assign something here. It doesn't matter. We just need the representative for that one. So let it be metal chrome 1, but just remember the index of this material. So index 33. So active material, pick the 33 and hit assign active material. So now you have new material slot which is assigned to this, and we will use that for the blinker. Let's do the same for the right side. Add another material, that will be number 34, and do just absolutely the same. Pick it with this using different brushes. Pick this one, this tube for the side. This one we would need to use the volumetric brush to paint over, then deselect what we don't need. See here also. Yes, all fine. And now here by material all, this should be working good because we already separated it from the previous part. Okay, good. So this is going to be our turn signals. And this, we should also pick active material, number 34. Also, let's assign Chrome here and assign active material on the slot number 34. Okay, I think this should be fine. To that, hit accept. And let's create the blinker material. But before we do that, we should not forget to put this glass back into the rig, because we basically separated it from the body mesh, but it maintained the pivot, and all of those parts should be on place. So this is here in generated your username, and here there's this mesh. So we need to go to blueprint, viewport, select body again, the component, drag this and put it here. So it will be the submesh here will be assigned here. As you can see, it is all in place where it should be. Compile, save. Now we can delete this from the scene. And let's create the blinker material. For the base of the blinker material, I'll be using the master material, which is master emissive material in the automotive pack. It's called M emissive master. Just Control D and I will name it M blinker master. Here it is. Oh, just made a typo. So it should be blinker master. Creating the blinker material is pretty easy. There is nothing special in it. You just need to add time, scene, and multiply nodes. Nothing more. That should be just it. So, first of all, we need to expand this a little bit because we would need more space. Add the node time and multiply this node. Just drag the spin and type multiply, or if you put the star here by pressing Shift 8, you will have the multiply node too. Multiply it. Then by holding 1 on the keyboard, click with your mouse button on the field and you will have this parameter node. Right click on it and convert to parameter. Name it blink frequency. This should be 1 and connect it here. So we will be able to edit that in the material instance. Now we need the node sign, which will be actually doing the blinking over the time. And what is left is just to multiply that a lot of times. So you need to disconnect this and you need to disconnect this. After that, you go to multiply node here, connect this to A, connect this to B. Then we should multiply that again. It's really strange, yeah, but that's how it works. And connect it here. We are almost there. Then you do multiply from here. Again, it should be going B, that should be going A. And connect this multiply result into this multiply result. But the thing is that I don't want this one to be black when it's turned off, because it should be having something, and we will have black matter between those blinks, and I really would like to avoid that. So by selecting the material result node, switch from shading model from unlit to default lit. And here, to make it look good, add again the parameter 1, connect it to metallic, set the value to 1. Then add another parameter and connect it to roughness. The base color should be white, so by holding 3 on your keyboard, click here, connect it to base color and make it white. Now you have the metallic chrome ball, which will be blinking, and you'll be able to adjust the color when we create the material instance parameter. So I don't like the roughness, it's pretty much super rough, so let's do something like 0.02. Yes, that looks much better. And save that and create the material instance. Right click, create material instance. Name it MI Blinker. Like this would be fine. And here we will be able to change the color tint, for example, for something like orange. As you can see, it looks pretty impressive. Also, you can change the speed of the blinker, but the one is fine and looks real. Now we need again to make the logics for left and right blinker. Let's go back to our rig and create new function here in functions. Name it turn signals. Logic again is just the same, so you can use the brake light, copy that, including the branch. But we need two. We need for left and for right. So this one is left, this one gonna be for right. And we need two variables. So we can again copy our day or brake light variable, it doesn't matter. So duplicate turn left, duplicate turn right. So let's take turn left first, go here, get turn left, connect, and here turn right, go here, get turn, made a typo again, turn right, and connect turn right to the branch. So when it's false, it's chrome, and when it's true, edge should be blinker, but we need to change the material number. So 33 is turning left, 33 and 33 here. And for turn right, the material index is 34 and 34. Here we need to, because if we would like to have it working simultaneously, we need to make a sequence. Sequence, this, and then this. Compile and save. For true, we need to set MI blinker material, which we just created material instance. So we can go and check it here. MI blinker material here is connected, and here too. Compile, save, and let's see how it works. Let's turn right. Oh, yes, I always forget to do that. You should, learn from my mistakes. It should be connected to the construction script and event graph in order to work in editor and in the event graph. The function doesn't do anything unless it is connected to construction script and event graph. So don't forget to do that. Continue, save, And let's turn right. And it works. And if we have them both at the same time, turn left and turn right, because it uses the same function with the time, they will be always in sync. So you can just like turn right, turn left, and you can change them whenever you want and the order you desire. So it's not a problem to do that. And it perfectly should be working in Past Racing too. Yep, this is it.